Hey everybody, welcome to another Broken Gamer's First Impression. I'm going to take a look at her story. I know close to nothing about this game. I heard it's actually really cool, really interesting style. It has FMV, which is one of my favorite things. It's real nostalgic of me to see that in games. So let's take this journey together. That is an old, whiny computer. What is this? Okay, so it's like I guess let's just search murder. Oh, I like this. The fluorescent light in the background. And then you see my silhouette. Makes you feel like you're actually there. This is really weird.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
So I know a little bit of background. I think this is all about interviews with the wife, like her husband got murdered. That's all I know. What does this read me? Here's the database I filed a Freedom of Information form to get the guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in '97. Why are archives always getting flooded? It's always flood. It's not like, hey man, massive fire took them out. It's always flood. Maybe you shouldn't keep them in such low areas. But figured this would be enough. Take your time. To the computer technology is the backbone of the modern police work. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, computers will continue to be a valuable item in your crime-fighting toolbook. This database contains footage transferred from existing homicide, serious crime tapes, archives in Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by an interview participant is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to the court. The audio has been digitally stethographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to the clips. To retrieve a clip, type the word robbery into the search field. Click search and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search using multiple words, robbery supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match. The entire statement. Yes, I was there. To store clips for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future search, please click in the user tag box and type your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact your Department Information Technology representative. Man, this feels like I've probably gone to work. I even like how you hear him like squeaking in the chair a little bit.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder? I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
I don't know if I'd believe you, lady. You seem kind of sketchy.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Let's see here. I like how you can actually hear the background.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Okay, that's not. Oh man.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
Simon Smith.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
Sounds like a good looking
He's clean
fella.
shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have. It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, that sounds like that's going to be important, so I'm going to add that. I'm going to search The Rock.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Who is everybody that was there?
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone Simon knew from The Rock.
Let's see what you got. Oh, you got nothing for me on that. What was the name of that?
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back.
Let's look up Friday.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
Oh.
After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Where did you go?
I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
You seem like a sketchy broad.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
You know where those keys are because you had to bury the body. Let's see what Eric has to say.
He was wearing a shirt,
Oh, no.
a blue turtleneck shirt, and jeans.
Why would you let him go out like
He has
that?
a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear.
Oh, man.
He would have taken that with him. It was not in the house. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
I'm really confused on what is going on.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane? Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Where did you work?
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
Oh,
It was a
shit.
gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
I thought
That time,
his...
you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Wait, I gotta see why she brought a guitar into it. Interrogation.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Let's look up Glasgow.
So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally
'cause
stopped,
you murdered somebody.
I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
I don't believe you.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But
Of
when I
course.
told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
see here. What you got to say about pregnant?
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Oh. Should've used a condom. Bro, should've used a condom. You'd still be alive right now.
Yes, I'm fine.
I didn't ask you if you're fine.
I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Ominous music.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Okay, scary music.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince. And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
What the hell does it... I can't spell, guys. Did I get it? Nope. I'm dumb. Let's see here.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Wow. How many kids do you guys got?
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Hey, don't ask me questions, woman. This isn't about me.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Let's see if there's anything more about. Oh, wow. There's a bunch of stuff about Rapunzel.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
Okay, I'm really confused right now. Why is this important?
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again? Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
That seems super important.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
With your eyes.
What kind of hairs?
Huh.
You want me to play something?
No.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Why did you bring your guitar to it?
Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
This is new CIA interrogating techniques. You give them instruments.
There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he
have this damn song
cared
stuck
for
in
the
my head all day.
youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Oh shit.
Watched her as she
Dark-ass
slowly
song.
drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Did you drown her husband?
Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Probably. You terrify me. I'm just getting achievements left and right. Okay. Let's see if they ever found the body. They might have.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen.
On special. I'm
I
a
found the
special
body.
policeman. What the shit?
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later.
What?
We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
What the F? What is this? Oh, I have missed a lot. But I think I found the last one. Huh. Who's we, though? Eric. Ed. No. Let's look at taxi.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
Wow.
The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Let's see if Miss Eve ever comes up. Oh shit. There's a lot about Eve.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
I'm really confused on what's going on.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Oh!
There was no one else around. It was at the far
Like
end
the
of the beach.
sisters.
I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment.
What?
We made up afterwards.
Just
It
normal
was a
stuff.
love-hate relationship. What are you doing talking about Eve?
Who is it?
Poor Simon.
I'm super confused.
My mother called me Eve.
What?
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's a palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work for numeric though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street. Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead.
What?
But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Okay, that just gave me goosebumps, guys. That just creeped me the fuck out. Like, for reals.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
What the shit? Ooh, Florence played a pretty considerable amount in your life.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
God, please stop doing that.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different.
Lady, you
I grew up looking out of my
fucked
window
up.
and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me. Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later,
Wow,
once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Oh, shit.
She'd only meant to scare him off.
Guys, I missed out on a ton, but I am very, very unsettled right now.
It wasn't the present so much, it was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me. The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since. Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
What is going on? Oh my gosh.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
What the shit? I don't know.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. And they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all. Passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Guys, I'm gonna have to get back to this game. It is late and creepy, and I just feeling really uncomfortable. So, thank you for joining me with Broken Gamers, kind of just taking a walk through this. We will get back to this, so hit subscribe and be waiting for that video. Follow us on Twitter at broken_gamers, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thebrokengamers. Alright guys, hope everybody can sleep alright though. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm a giant wuss. But see you guys later.